In this video, we're going to be attempting to get every single mutation on the TACO FERN. Talk about a hard seed to get. Sorry, I have no friends. Anyways, yeah, the TACO FERN is one of the new best seeds in the game. Well, it's pretty good, but maybe it's not like the best. However, it's a pretty cool plant overall though, and you only can get it currently in the cooking update. It takes a lot of good recipes with that pig to get this thing. I don't know why it took me forever, even though I got prismatic every single food item. But anyways, with all that effort, hopefully this thing will grow in pretty good and we'll get a really good TACO FERN to sprout. So let's go ahead and get started and get prepared to grow our TACO FERN. So I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in 7 mooncats here. We're going to spawn in our triceratops, and then we're going to get our sprinklers ready. So we have a grandmaster sprinkler we're going to use. We're going to put that right there, and then we're going to stack on top of that a master, a godly, advanced, and basic, and then we're going to put the TACO FERN right inside of there. All of our cats are sleeping over here though. Hold on. All right, I'm going to put the TACO FERN right in here, just so we can get multiple mooncats to grow on it, which I think right here is about 3 of them. All right, that should be good. Let's go ahead and move that back in here by the sprinklers, and that should give us hopefully a pretty big TACO FERN. I almost just died by lightning. It almost just struck me. All right, so this thing's only at 1%. I guess we can buy some watering cans to get this process sped up a little bit. Oh, wow, that actually made it jump up. I don't know why the watering cans, like, unstuck the progress. So now it's at 39%. Let's spam our watering cans on it some more. Let's see what that gets it to. All right, we're up to 54, 55%. Pretty good. Let's see what the triceratops does. I don't know how big this thing's going to be. Oh, okay. Well, he just smacked it, and now it's at 99%. However, how did the tacos grow on this thing? All right. It's been smacked. I think that made good progress. I don't know. This still looks kind of small. All right, so our triceratops just again hit our TACO FERN, but this looks pretty small. I'm not gonna lie. So what I think I'm gonna do real quick is let me get my main account over here. I'm gonna hit grow all, get these picked up, and then I'm gonna try to get bigger ones because I don't think these are going to be big enough. So let me grow all real quick. Let me pick that up. Let's try this again. So I'm gonna do another grandmaster right here. We're gonna do another regular master, godly, advanced, and basic. I guess I'll trowel it real quick into these guys. Let their mooncat abilities make it hopefully get big. All right, then we're gonna move it back, and I'm just gonna wait a little bit and see what kind of size we get for the next one, and hopefully this next time around it's much bigger than that. This is not nearly as big as we can get this thing. I know it. So yeah, like, see, like, that's probably a little bit better, I think. All right, so this TACO FERN looks much better than this one. This one's like only like a 2-piece TACO FERN. This one has like multiple pieces, so I don't know if that really matters, but this one's still pretty big. So I think we're good here on the size. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up all these mooncats so they stop meowing in my ears, and then we're gonna go over to our sprays, and I'm gonna go ahead and use this Windstruck because we have pterodactyls, so this will just be a free mutation to convert this thing to rainbow. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this Windstruck on there. We're gonna apply this chocolate on there, shocked, and pollinated, and then we have honey sprinkler, so I'll just use one of these honey glaze sprays, and then that should bring us to 5 mutations. It's technically gold does not count towards getting rainbow, so we have our other 5 mutations that will count now. And then I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in our queen bee here to start her cooldown for our butterfly, and that way the queen bee has about 7 minutes less of a cooldown. She'll cool down, make our butterfly's cooldown go to 0, and then our butterfly will convert this TACO FERN to rainbow. And then in the meantime, over here on my main account, I'm also going to spawn a queen bee over there, and then also my kitsune pet. So that way the kitsune will steal this eventually, and then apply Foxfire Chakra or normal Chakra, or even both. All right, well, anyways, I'll be right back. We're gonna wait till this thing gets rainbow. All right, our queen bee's cooldown is done. She is now giving her cooldown powers to the butterfly, and the butterfly is gonna take our mutations from this TACO FERN and convert it to rainbow, because rainbow is such a better multiplier than gold, so this will give us some more money in the end. All right, so we're good here. These pets are good. We don't need them right now. And now that this thing is rainbow, we can go ahead and reapply all those sprays. So we're going to go ahead and put our pollinated back onto there. We'll put our shocked back onto there. We also have a burnt spray, honey glazed. Oh, okay. I didn't expect that. We have fried, and then we also have chocolate. So there we go. We have 9 mutations applied. We still have more. Hold on. So then over here, my main account, I'm going to apply the Cloud Touch spray, and then I'm also going to apply Verdant, And I'll also apply wet. So now we already have all these mutations from just sprays, but the reason why we did verdant is so we can get that converted to paradisal as soon as there's a heat wave. So that'll save us some time. And then we also got wet, so then we can use our kappas to convert wet into bloodlet. So that'll save us some time there as well. Then next up, we have to just wait for our kitsune to cool down, and then that will apply chakra. So this brings us up to 10 mutations. Once the kitsune comes over, we'll have 11. And now we can start working on some of our other mutations from our pet. So I'm going to go ahead and spawn in 2 disco bees so we can work on getting the disco mutation applied. I'm going to spawn in the corrupted kitsune so we can get corrupt chakra or corrupt foxfire chakra. We'll also go ahead and place down 2 kappas so we can get this thing to turn bloodlet. All right, and then I guess we'll go ahead and spawn in 2 chicken zombies to attempt to get zombified. And then so we can get one of our pets done and out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and spawn in my Raiju here. Or actually, before I spawn him in, I'm going to buy a carrot seed. I'm also going to favorite this just so I don't accidentally touch that. We're going to plant the carrot seed. We're going to spray the shocked spray onto it. And then we're going to spawn in my Raiju. And my Raiju will eat the shocked carrot and then apply static to our taco fern. This will be our pet lineup for now. All right, some of our pet cooldowns are done here. So our Raiju is going to eat that shocked carrot back there now. Look at him charge it. All right, and now he's going to apply static. We got our disco bee doing something, and we got disco done. That is 3 pets we can move out of the way. So our disco bees are done here, and our Raiju is also done. And now we do have disco and static applied to our taco fern, which is awesome. So I think I'm going to next get out my spaghetti sloth, because this guy is pretty much guaranteed 3 mutations to get spaghetti. So I'm gonna go ahead and spawn him in so we can get that done and out of the way. I guess I'll go ahead and spawn in our corrupted and tranquil scarlets, because we do need to get corrupt and tranquil on our taco fern. So I'm gonna spawn these guys in because they have those mutations on them, and they do have like 25-minute cooldowns. So I'm really hoping that we can get these ones done and out of the way. All right, our chicken zombie just applied zombified to our taco fern, so that is another pet done and out of the way. All right, so I guess the next pet we would spawn in is the tanuki to try to get moonlit, but I am wanting to try and get this thing bloodlit first. The only thing is the tanuki can't give us moonlit, which is fine. However, the kappas, they're trying to give us bloodlit at the moment, which we need the wet mutation for, and the tanukis can possibly make this frozen, and if it's frozen, then we can no longer get bloodlit. So we're gonna try and wait for the kappas to do their thing, and I guess in the meantime, we will just go ahead and spawn in our pterodactyls here so we can try to get tempestuous done and out of the way. All right, I'm going to experiment and see if I give our corrupt kitsune a medium and small pet toy, if it will increase our chances of getting corrupt foxfire chakra. So let's go ahead and see. He's kind of moving. It's actually going to make the cooldown instant once I do the medium, but try to be quick. All right, see? Okay, I actually just did nothing and it made his cooldown go, but the boost didn't help us even get the regular corrupt chakra. There we go. We got chakra applied to our taco fern. That looks kind of scary. All right, spaghetti sloth, what are you going to give us first? It doesn't really matter because he's going to give us everything over time anyways. He's got to crawl his way all the way to the taco fern. Come on, you can make it. All right, meatball is number 1. So now we just need to wait for him to give us sauce and pasta. I guess to increase our chances, by the way, I do have 13 gourmet eggs, so I am going to place these down so we can maybe get more spaghetti sloths. Oh, pterodactyl applied, windstruck, and first times the charm. We got tempestuous added to our taco fern, which is perfect. The rest of our pets here, we got to wait for these kappas to give us bloodlit. Our spaghetti sloth is still being slow, of course, and then these guys need to give us corrupt and tranquil. All right, we have a sandstorm going on right now. I'm going to try and move our taco fern over here to the corner and see if maybe for the first time in our lives we can get sandy on one of these things, dude. It's been a struggle to ever get sandy. I don't know if the Grandmaster Sprinkler would help at all for trying to get the sandy mutation. I think that's, again, just for, like, rainbow and gold. And it looked like it got sandy for a second, but it didn't. I thought I saw an effect down here that looked like it would be sandy, but no. Our luck is terrible. I'm going to move this back over here and be sad now that we didn't get sandy. All right, so our sloth just applied pasta to our taco fern now. So now this thing has meatball and pasta. So now we just got to get him to apply sauce, and then we will have this thing turned to spaghetti. These Kappas are still struggling. Our Corrupted Kitsune is still struggling, and we're also still waiting for Tranquil and Corrupted to hopefully get applied from these two Scarlets we have with those mutations on them. We're struggling a little bit on these mutations. I really hope that we can get some cool events to happen, like another Sandstorm, so we can actually get Sandy. Okay, well, with all of our efforts trying to get our Taco Fern or turn Bloodlet from our Kappas did not give us Bloodlet. And then, of course, we get a Frost weather event. So now we can't get Bloodlet because we can't put Wetback on it since this is already frozen. But I wish there was a better way to get Bloodlet besides waiting for the event and this Kappa. I guess we will spawn in then our Tanukis to try and get us Moonlit since our Kappas failed us. All right, our Spaghetti Sloth just applied sauce to our Taco Fern, which means this thing is officially spaghettied. So now we have a Spaghetti Taco Fern. So our Spaghetti Sloth has done his service. He is done here with his work today. We can go and pick him up. And now we just gotta wait for these Tanukis to give us Moonlit, and for this guy to give us Corrupt, and for this guy to give us Corrupt Chakra. And hopefully while we wait for all this, we'll get some more events. There could possibly be a nighttime event in 3 minutes if it happens every 4 hours like it normally has. All right, I guess I got big brain power, and the only reason I know that night events happen every 4 hours is because there's a Grow A Garden bot that tells you like when events and seeds and stuff are in the shop. So if you want to have access to that bot, you can join my Discord server, discord.com/invite/bandites, or just click the link in the description. That's much easier. And there's a Grow A Garden channel, and you can get access to all the events and cool things. Anyways, that's how I know that usually night events happen every 4 hours, which now we have Moonlit done, and we can get rid of these Tanukis because they are good. They have done their job. Not really, they didn't do anything for us, but yeah. Anyways, we're gonna let our Raptors level up a little bit here. I think I do have some treats for them. Yes, I do. So I'm gonna try to get these guys to level up a little bit faster, so that way we can have higher amber chances for them. All right, so I just got back after about an hour of AFKing. Let's see what has happened since we were gone. Let's go ahead and check our big Taco Fern here. So it looks like we did finally get Corrupt added onto this thing after about an hour, so that's good. Did we get anything else to happen? It looks like we didn't get any Sandy, any events. We just have Moonlit. We didn't get Celestial. We didn't get a heat wave. So wow, our luck was bad for events. And it also looks like we still have not gotten harmonized chakra. We still just have regular chakra. So our Corrupted Kitsune here is not doing very good for us, it looks like, but we can go ahead and pick up our other Corrupt Scarlet there. We can keep our Mimic Octopus and our Corrupt Kitsune. Okay, so our Mimic Octopus finally, like, mimicked our Corrupt Kitsune, even though our Corrupt Kitsune hasn't done anything for us. The Mimic Octopus actually clutched for us and got us that Harmonized Chakra done. So with that, we are done with all of our pet mutations. We are up to 19 mutations on our Taco Fern. However, if we do separate some of these, like Tempestuous, we'd be up to 20. Spaghetti would be up to 22. And Harmonized Chakra would bring us up to 24. So we do have like 24 mutations on this. The only things we're missing is Celestial, Aurora, Sandy, and a Heat Wave to actually get that Verdant to become Paradisal. And then I guess the other last thing that we're missing is Amber. And those are pretty much all the legit mutations that we could get on this. And that wouldn't include any of the admin ones, of course, but those are the few of the legit ones that we're actually missing. But besides that, this thing is pretty much good. I think I'm going to try it to see what the value is of it, and we're going to use our Raptors here to hopefully get Amber. So hopefully this time we'll get Amber applied so we can have an extra mutation done and added onto our Taco Fern. So without further ado, Raptors, please help. All right, let's try this out. All right, we picked it up. Did we get Amber on it? I can't tell. So yeah, I guess we didn't get Amber. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just check the value of our Taco Fern here, and hopefully it's worth a lot. I mean, this thing I feel like could have been a little bit bigger, and maybe we could have got some of the other legit mutations, and you know, not including the admin ones, to make this more. I feel like we might have gotten a pretty good one here, and it should be worth a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and check with our boy Steven here and see what this Taco Fern is worth. So Steven, what are we looking at today for the Taco Fern? Okay, so this thing is worth 46 billion. And again, it's not even that big of one. I definitely think we could have gotten a bigger one. It doesn't even look like a taco or anything at this point. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below if this thing is worth getting all the mutations for. And if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe for bonus points.